Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 questions. Well, yes, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top questions that you most likely will get asked within your interview. I'll also tell you a little bit of how interviewing for a sonographer position goes as well. So, a lot of the times when you go in for your first interview with the company, first of all, they've already more than likely have already done a phone interview. You've probably spoke with the recruiter, and then you'll speak to the hiring manager, and then that's when they decide whether or not they want to bring you in for your face-to-face interview. So when you're in your face-to-face interview, a lot of the times these are the questions that you'll get. And the first one that I see is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? They're not asking about your personal life. They're not asking, oh, I see myself in a bigger house in 5 years or traveling the world. They don't care to know about all that. Even if that's what you are, that's your goal, they don't care to know all that. They don't need to know all that. What they're looking for, the answer that they're looking for, is basically that you're coming after their job. Well, in 5 years, I would like to be in a lead position. I would like to be the lead sonographer. I would like to be the imaging manager. That's what they really want to hear. They want to hear what you're going to do to get to that step to be at the top. So that's a very common question that you will have in an interview. Secondly, and I have this one on every interview I've ever been on, even prior to going into the sonography field, is how do you handle stress? Basically, they're wanting to know, like, do you work well under pressure? Do you snap when you get stressed out? Like, are you a crier? Do you get angry when you're stressed? They want to know how well you can work under pressure. So the best way to answer that question is this is how it is for me. I work great under stress. When there's pressure, I'm working my best. Like, I'm gonna do better than I would normally do. Not to say that I don't do well any other time, but stress tends to make me work harder. And so whatever the task is at hand typically becomes my best work. So that's what they're wanting to know when they're asking, how well do you work under stress? Also too, kind of ties into that, they want to know a tiny bit about your personal life. I know I said prior they don't, but I had this question asked in the past couple of interviews that I've ever been to. They want to know how you de-stress, how you recover from the day. They don't go tell them I have to go home and have a glass of wine. I mean, yeah, you might have to, but they don't want to know that. They want to know what you like to do in your free time. Like, what are your hobbies? I told them that I like to watch, you know, to wind down, I like to watch YouTube. I like to watch makeup tutorials. It's just the stress relief for me. That's what I tell them. You know, I like to read. That's a good answer, you know? So they will always ask those type of questions. How do you handle stress? And how do you relax at the end of the day? Or at the end of a stressful day? Another question, and I cannot tell you how many times I've been asked this question in an interview, is how do you deal with conflict? How do you handle conflict with a coworker? They don't want to know that you go and fight it out in the parking lot. They want to know that you can handle this conflict in a constructive way where you both come out in a better position. So don't go in there and say, oh, I'll never have conflict. You're always going to have a disagreement with people, you know? I mean, I've only had one in my own personal experience. I've only had one conflict in the workforce, in the working area, because I go to work and I let them know that I'm not here to make friends. Yes, you are my friend and we become friends because we spend so much time together, but that's not the goal. The goal of working in a hospital or working anywhere is to do your job. So basically I let them know if there's any conflict, I will talk with the person of interest and see if there's anything we can do to resolve it and have a better working environment. So they want to know how you can handle that. Another question, working in a hospital, you'll get this even if you're an RN, a sonographer, anything in the hospital or just in general anywhere. They'll ask you, how do you handle a difficult patient? The best way to answer this question is you're in the hospital industry, the healthcare industry, or in the service industry for a reason. Now, when you work in the hospital or in a clinical setting, 9 times out of 10, you don't just go to the doctor because you're healthy. I mean, you do have your well checks and all, but typically you don't go because you're healthy. Usually you go because you're in pain, you've had an accident, or there's something wrong. So you're going into somewhere like the hospital already irritable. Like, you just don't feel good. I mean, you're already irritable. So the best way to handle that is know that if you were in the patient's position, that you want to be treated with kindness and empathy. So you want to go in there and know that I'm going to go in here and I'm going to be nice to this patient. I'm going to change their experience, their bad experience that they're having, into a good experience based on how I treat them while I am working with them. And the best way to do that is just be informative to that patient. Let them know step by step what you're going to do without diagnosing. But step by step what you're gonna do, what you're there for. So first you'd be like, hey, I'm Jamie, I'm with ultrasound. I'm here to do your ultrasound. And at that point, you explain to them how long it's gonna take and what it entails, what the procedure entails. That typically will take so much stress off of them and they'll feel so much better. So I highly recommend just being very compassionate and empathetic to the patient's needs and make them feel welcomed and cared for. Okay, so with that being said, that typically leads me to another question. It's kind of like a 2-part question that you'll always get in your interview. First, they'll ask you, what is your best quality in yourself? And I kind of use this, for me, I use it the way that it really is. My best quality is the fact that I care for people and I let them know that. And then they usually turn around and they ask, hey, what's your worst quality and why? And my worst quality is that I'm too caring. Sometimes I can take the stress home or the pain home and feel sad, and I'll take that home with me. And that's not a good quality. So I kind of use that to my advantage. It's a 2-part question. You answer it the same way, but you know, each of you have your own way of answering those questions. But anyhow, that's it for today's video. I hope that this was informative. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions for interviews that make it, maybe you are the interviewer, you know? But leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.